Okay, here we are. Slideshow from beginning. Okay. Today we are going to continue with active and passive. You have completed one activity and we are going to complete the other activities together. Okay, it's for active and passive. Please don't use your workbook, don't use anything. I know that you have workbooks which are solved, so we don't need them. Please just focus on the screen and it should be enough. As I told you before, when you want to answer, raise your hand, I can see you and I'll ask you to answer. Okay, our objectives for today will be to, Ola, please read.
To change the sentence from active to passive voice and vice versa.
Okay, thank you. Number 2.
To
Sadine.
change the
Okay, fine. Yes, Ola, continue, please.
To change the questions from active into passive voice.
Okay, whereas the new for you today is using questions. We are going to change the questions from active into passive voice. Fine. First, let's revise. We have to revise how to change from active into passive voice, the rules, and what is the difference between active and passive. Let's see. First of all, the definition. What is active voice? Sadine, please.
The active voice, when the subject is the sentence, is the doer of the action, is said to be an active voice.
Wait, Sadine. I shall stop something because it's moving by itself. I don't need it to move by itself. Wait.
Okay, miss.
Okay, sorry for interruption. Continue, Sadine, or repeat, please.
When the subject is the sentence, is the doer of the action, it is said to be active voice.
Okay, how is it? The example, read it, please.
My mom prepared a delicious cake.
Okay, here, where is the subject in this sentence? Who want to answer? Just raise your hand. Who is the subject in this sentence? Salam.
My mom.
Okay, my mom is the subject. Fine. Is my mom the doer, Salam?
Yes.
Okay, so here the subject in this sentence is the doer as well. Subject is the doer. So it's said to be active or passive voice when the subject is the doer. What do we call this? It's
Active.
active voice. Fine. Passive voice, read, please. Saleh, could you?
Yes.
Yes, read, please.
When the subject in the sentence is not the doer of the action, it is said to be passive voice.
Okay, read the example.
A delicious cake was prepared by my mom.
What is the subject, Saleh?
My mom.
No. The subject is the word that we start the sentence with. So, it's what?
A delicious cake.
Very good. It's a delicious cake. We can't say my mom. My mom is at the end of the sentence. You have to talk about the beginning of the sentence. So, it's a delicious cake. Now, ask yourself, is a delicious cake the doer? Does the delicious cake prepare itself?
No.
No. So subject here is not the doer. The doer is here at the end of the sentence. Subject is not the doer. When the subject is not the doer of the action, the sentence is said to be what?
Passive.
Passive voice. Okay. So who's going to tell me, using your own words, what is the difference between active and passive voice? Raise your hand. We have Sadine.
When the subject is the doer, then it's active voice. When
Okay.
the subject are not the doer, it will be passive voice.
Okay, thank you. So pay attention. You have to make a difference. Subject is not the same. It's not in meaning. Subject is not the doer. The subject is different. Subject is any word that we start the sentence with. Fine. The doer is the one who does the action. Subject and doer are not the same word. Fine. Okay, Saleh, this is for you. This is a note for you. Let's continue. Okay, now how to change from active into passive voice. Again, it's moving by itself. Okay, let's see here the example. The boy plays football. Now, before changing, you have to find the subject, the verb, and the object. This way, you will make solving such sentences or changing such sentences easier. Let's see, where is the subject in this sentence? Amar, Laisa. Answer, please.
The boy
Okay. Verb.
plays
Okay. Object.
football.
Okay. Sorry, I have to stop this again. I don't know what is happening with my PowerPoint today. It's not working the way I want. Okay. So here, the boy subject, plays is verb, football is the object. Now to change, what to do? Do you remember the rules? Who's going to tell me the rules of changing from active into passive voice? Ala?
First, change the subject direction from the first into the end.
Okay, the subject or the doer of the action, which is the boy, will be at the end of the sentence. Fine. What else, Ala?
Change the tense of the verb.
Before the tense. Okay, you are moving one by one. Fine. Change
And,
the tense of the verb. Okay, wait, Ala. We don't change the tense. We change the form of the verb. It remains the same tense. Present remain present, but we will make a change in the form. What is the form of the verb in the passive voice?
Past.
No, it's not direct, indirect. We'll see. Pay attention. Oh, first of all, put the object in the place of subject. Here, the object, football, you will put it in the place of subject at the beginning of the sentence. Number two, put the doer of the action at the end of the sentence and put before it by, preceded by. Here you are. And the last step, you have to change the form of the verb and not the tense. You're not working with direct, indirect to change the tense from present to past, from past to past perfect. You have to remain at present, but using a different form. What is the form of the verb in the passive voice? It's helping verb plus past participle of the verb. Helping verb of the present time, present simple tense. It could be is or are or am. It depends on the subject. If it is past, what are the helping verbs of the past simple tense? Who's going to tell me quickly? Helping verbs of the past simple tense. Maram.
Have or have.
No, we are talking about past simple, not present perfect. Sadine.
Was where?
Very good. So here, if the verb is past simple, you use was and were. Okay, if the verb is will tense, what is the helping verb of the will tense? Saleh, do you know? Whom do we have? Shukaina. Helping verb of the will tense. Ghina.
Have been or has been.
No, will tense. Not talking about present perfect. Present perfect, yes, it has been or have been. Will tense. Ghina again. Salam.
I didn't know the answer.
Is are.
No, we're talking about will tense. For example, football played by the boy. We have to say will. Can we say will played? What to say? Which helping verb to use here? Hola.
Be.
Okay, so what to say? It's will be. The helping verb of the will tense is will be. You have to memorize them very well. If you want to change from active into passive voice correctly, you have to memorize the helping verbs of each tense. I sent you a worksheet including this. I will share it with you here in this slideshow. Let's continue. Okay, so to change from passive into active voice, it's the opposite. Now we have passive voice and we want to return it back into active voice. What to do? The example here, the car was brought by that man. We have to identify the subject, the verb, and the object if it exists. Here, the subject is the car. The verb is was bought. And here we don't have object. Here we have by. By is a preposition. So by that man is called a prepositional phrase. Fine. Now ask yourself here, the car, which is the subject, is it the doer of the action? Is the car the doer of the action? Does the car by itself? What do you think? I need an answer from Sukaina. Rena. Munir.
No,
The car was bought by the man.
Okay, Munir, is
No.
the car the doer of the action? Does the car
No,
by
the man.
itself? Okay. It's not the car. The car is not the doer. The man is the doer of the action. Here, the car is not the doer. So this sentence is said to be passive voice. Why? Because the subject is not the doer. Here is the doer. Fine. So we have to change it into passive, to return it back to active voice. What to do? Step by step, we are going to make the steps of changing from active into passive voice upside down. What to do? Pay attention. Number one, place the doer in the subject position. Who's the doer of the action? The man or that man. You have to place it in the subject position. Here, you have to put it at the beginning of the sentence if you are going to change from passive into active. Here, that man, you start with him. Number 2, you have to move the receiver of the action from the subject position. You have to return it back to the object position. Here, this way. Number 3, the verb is was bought. First of all, when we say was bought, what tense is it? Is it present or past or whatever? Tell me, what tense is it was bought?
Verb.
What tense is it? Don't answer without a permission. Maram, what tense is it?
Past.
Okay, it's past simple. Fine. Now we are going to return this verb back to its origin. Yani, you have to remove the helping verb and put the verb into its tense. Here, it's active voice. We don't need the helping verb, which is was. And we have to return back the verb into its tense. What tense is past simple? You have to make the verb past simple without any helping verb if you are changing from passive into active. So what do we have here? What will I write? What is the answer? Was bought. Returning it back to active voice. What to say?
Object.
No, don't answer without a permission, please. Raise your hand. I can see you raising your hand and you can answer. Salam.
Buy.
No, by it's present simple. We need it and we need to make it past simple. Past simple, but without the helping verb. So how to make by past simple without a helping verb?
Go.
Okay, excellent. That's it. So we remove the helping verb and we return back the verb into its original tense, which is past simple and both. Fine. Now, remember the table of helping verbs. Please, you have it on your mobile phones, so you have to revise it very well. Here you are, the helping verbs, the present simple tense. When you, these helping verbs, you are going to use them in changing from active into passive. Present simple tense is are or am. A present continuous tense, when it is continuous, like I'm playing football, she's talking, is or are or am plus being. When you have present perfect tense, you have to use the helping verbs has or have plus been. When it is present perfect continuous tense, has or have plus been plus being. This verb doesn't come in the test usually. You don't use it all the time, so it's okay not to memorize it. Will tense easily will be. Any modal can or may or shall or could or should or would. Any modal, if you want to make it a passive voice, you have to add be. Okay. Now the past simple, we have was or were for the past simple. If it is past continuous, anything which is continuous, you have to add ing to be. So here was or were plus being. Past perfect tense had been. Past perfect continuous tense had been being. Perfect being, continuous being. You can memorize them and you will never make a mistake when you say perfect being. Continuous being. Memorize this very well in order to change from active into passive correctly. Okay, let's practice. Don't open your books, please. You need to focus here with me. We have everything on this slideshow. Underline all the passive verbs in the paragraph below. I need the passive verbs. What is the rule? How do you know that the verb is passive? Reminds me. Hola.
When it's followed by a helping verb.
Okay, preceded, not followed. Before the verb,
Okay.
there is a helping verb. Very good. When there is helping verb and after the verb, it should be past participle. Okay, so here, helping verb plus past participle, it means it's a passive voice verb. Who's going to read? Arwa, could you please read? Arwa is sleepy. Whom do we have? Yara. Not here. Nader, is Nadir here? No, he's not. Mahmoud. All of you are sleepy. Okay, Reham, please read. Reham, I can't hear you. No voice. Sadine, could you read, please? I want to check the voice.
Educating children at home is not a new trend in
Okay, stop,
Britain.
please. Reham, you have a problem in your voice. We can't hear you. Fine. Okay, Sadine, read.
As most children of aristocratic families were educated at home during the 19th century.
Okay, the
In
children
England,
of the aristocratic families were educated at home during the 19th century. And now you are aristocratic families because you are learning at home. So here in the 19th aristocratic means people of high importance. Their children learn at home. So you and your families are aristocratic because you are learning at home. Here in this sentence, could you find the the passive voice verb? Quickly.
yes,
Yes, Sadine.
were educated.
Okay, here we have a helping verb and the past participle. So the verb, the first passive verb is were educated. Okay, I'll continue reading to save time. We still have 10 minutes. In England alone, it has been estimated that about 6,000 children are being taught at home by their parents. Quickly, where is the passive verb? Reham? We have 7 here. Reham, still we have no voice. Munir?
Yes.
Yeah, where is the passive verb?
Has been estimated.
Okay, thank you. Next one. Here are being taught. Sorry. Quickly. Arwa.
Must be educated.
Okay, but before this, we have one here.
Are being taught.
Yes, are being taught. And here we have must be educated. Here it has been estimated, as said by Munir, are being taught and must be educated. The last one, or we still have one. Where is it? But the process is either carried out in school or elsewhere. Where is the last one, Ola?
Is either carried out.
Okay, that's it. Here, a helping verb and the past participle. Fine,
Yeah.
thank you. So here, all of these helping verbs, all of these passive verbs, helping verb plus past participle, helping verb plus past participle. In this way, helping verb here and past participle. This way you make the passive verbs. Now, underline the action verbs in the following sentences. Which verbs are passive and which are active? Write A for active and P for passive in the space provided. Okay, number one, I need you to make this quickly. Number one, whom do we have here? Hisham. Hisham is not raising his hand. We don't want to annoy him. Salam.
Most people in town attend the schools
2-day annual ceremony.
Okay,
It's active sentence.
good. Where's the
The
verb?
verb is attend.
Okay, attend, it's a normal verb. There is no helping verb preceding it. So it's an active verb. Thank you, Salam. Next one. Munir.
Yes. Read it.
Yes.
The ceremony is a sort of religious festival that had been held since 1972.
72. Okay. Where is the verb in this sentence? Religious.
Had been held.
Okay. Is it active or passive verb?
Passive.
Very good. Next one. Arwa. Arwa.
In last year's ceremony, the organizers invited many local artists.
Okay.
The verb is invited and it's active.
Very good. Next one. Ola.
Handicrafts will be displayed in the large hall adjacent to the school theater.
Okay. Verb.
The verb is will be displayed.
Good.
And
Is it
it's
active
passive.
or passive?
Passive.
Okay, because we have a helping verb. Fine.
Yeah.
Next one, number 5. Whom do we have here? Ghina.
Special events are being planned for this year festival.
Okay.
Are being planned, the verb. So
Passive.
it's passive.
Okay, very good. Salam, last one.
More information can be obtained from the student council.
Okay.
Can be obtained at passive verb.
Okay, you are excellent. That's it. Let's see. Next exercise. Here. Correct the one grammatical mistake in each sentence. Let's see here. It will depend on your ears. You will see, you will listen by yourself that there is a mistake. We will do this quickly. I think that the last objective, which is changing a question from active into passive, it would be postponed for next session. We can make it in 10 minutes next session. Now here we have Mark was confusing by my mistake. Who's going to correct this? Mark was confusing by my mistake. Munir.
Confusing is wrong.
Okay, what to say instead?
Confused.
Okay, here. The mistake is confusing. After the helping verb, if it is passive voice, you don't use ing. You will use the past participle of the verb. So it's not confusing, it would be confused. Next one. These documents has been sent to the department. Don't answer without a permission. Reham, let's try your voice if it is working. Oh dear, it's not working. Try to fix it for the next time. Ola.
These documents has been sent to the department.
Okay. Where is the mistake? It's a subject verb agreement mistake.
Has should be have.
Okay, here documents is a plural. They are giving has for a plural subject. It's not correct. You have to say
have.
Okay, I will do the next quickly. We still have 4 minutes, so we should finalize. Here we said instead of has, we have. Now, number 3, the number of home-taught children have been increased. Where is the mistake in this one? Here we have 2 mistakes. First of all, here the number is the doer of the action. The number increases, so it's the doer. They are dealing with it as if it is the receiver. They are saying that it's a passive voice. It's not. It should not be a passive voice. This is one. And where the number, if you remember in the subject verb agreement lesson, the number is singular. So what should you say? Instead of the number of home-told children have been increased, you should say has, and you have to delete been. It's not a passive voice verb. It's an active voice verb. And here the number takes has and not have. Number 4, 40 houses were being destroyed by the terrible explosion last night. When we say last night, it's past simple tense. And it is past simple tense, so you have to put it as helping verb plus past participle. What is the helping verb of the past simple tense? It's was or were, not being. Being is the helping verb of the past continuous. It's not past continuous at all. So here, 40 houses were destroyed by the terrible explosion last night. The process of learning won't be interrupted by any sort of anxiety. Here, won't be, it's helping verb. It should be followed by past participle. Here, they put it as base form. You have to add ed to make it past participle. Won't be interrupted. Number 6, many children had taught by parents at home. Many children, they are not the doer. The parents are the doers. So it's a passive voice. You can't say many children had taught. They are not the doers to teach. They are taught by someone. So you have to say had been taught. This is the correct helping verb of the present perfect tense. Number 7, have your children kept up with other children in formal subjects? Here, what to say? Here also, children is the receiver of the action. It's a passive voice. Passive voice, it needs a helping verb of the present perfect. Have, it's not enough. You have to say have been kept up with other children in formal subjects. Number 8, many goals can achieve through self-confidence and persistence. It's a passive voice. You can't say can achieve. You have to use the helping verb of the passive, which is can be achieved. Okay. Thanks all for listening. We don't have much time. Time is over. We still have one slide to finish, which is about changing from active into passive for the questions. We will do this next session in 10 minutes, inshallah. Thank you for sharing. Goodbye.